Alrighty. What's going on, everyone? Yeah, so podcast is back. Formula for Greatness is back. I've been editing around 7 episodes for the last couple weeks, and I don't know, the timing was just off. You make excuses, and you're just like, I don't want to post it yet. I don't want to post it yet, and yeah, I'm back today because I couldn't I couldn't celebrate or I couldn't go through today without not posting something. I mean, those of you those I'm already oh man, this is all one take, it's a podcast, so it's one take. And yeah, so you guys are going to get my real thoughts on the anniversary of man, what do you even call it? Yeah, you guys are gonna get my real, just how. Let's get into it. Um, yeah. So welcome back. Um, it's been a while. A lot of changes have happened since the last time I posted. Not saying that as an excuse. I just sometimes you got to take care of yourself. You got to go through things, and the plan's there. I guess everything happens for a reason, but you can't stop what you're doing. And I never wanted to stop doing podcasts, but figured today was a perfect day to continue something that I consider a goal, is to have something like this that's successful. I'm not sure if this podcast or just something on social media or just the career that I'm trying to get into, but Kobe Bryant died 1 year today. He died 1 year today, along with his daughter, along with everyone else in that helicopter crash. And I don't know about you guys, but I had to gear up for it mentally. I think I geared up a lot. I think I geared up more than enough. Um, but it's still not comforting. I mean, like last year, this time, I want to say that last year when he passed away on today's date was the beginning of me entering a parallel universe, because that's a trend today, is that like certain events last year thrusted people into parallel universes. I mean, I'm no Kyrie Irving, but like ever since he did pass away last year, like my life was really flipped upside down. And we're not really gonna get too much. Well, we're not gonna get into detail about it at all, because it's not at the forefront of my thoughts today. You'll probably hear about it in the podcast later. Actually, I think you will in the episodes I'm editing that should be coming out in the next couple weeks. Um, but yeah, I mean, Kobe died, and I jumped off of social media for about 2 to 3 months. I didn't want to see anyone's negativity in regards to him. It was just shocking to me how. Oh man, it's super grainy. I gotta get a better camera for sure. But yeah, it was just shocking to me how the comment section of every post regarding his death like still have to do with negative stuff. And and we're here posting stuff trying to celebrate him, and negativity. So I jumped off of it, and then it, it sucked because I couldn't see, like stuff that would motivate me. Because Kobe Bryant, my history with Kobe Bryant, I'm a LeBron fan. Like, not saying that I'm not a Kobe Bryant fan, but LeBron's my Kobe in a way. And the guy that everyone, one of the guys that everyone compared him to was Kobe. It still is Kobe, even a year later. And when that happened, I was just, when he passed, I was just like, wait, what? This is the guy who won the 3 titles when I was a kid. This was the guy who, even when I was a kid, I would, shoot stuff in the trash and Kobe it, if it made it in, which it did. It made it in. But Kobe Bryant was still, I didn't know until that point in time, but Kobe Bryant was actually one of my heroes. And it's insane because, I'd spent my whole childhood and teens, like, not necessarily rooting against it because my family is big Kobe Bryant fans. They're big Laker fans. My uncle, my grandma, my cousins, my aunts, my other uncles, just everyone is just like huge Laker fan because they're Filipino in LA. I mean, ha- check the stereotypes, Google it. Filipino LA basketball. You'll find something, or just ask a friend who's Filipino who lives in LA who their favorite basketball team and basketball player are. I mean, chances are it was Kobe Bryant. And so for me to be on the outside and choose people like Tracy McGrady, choose people like Tracy McGrady. I mean, LeBron came when NBA Street Volume 3 dropped. That was I'll actually have an episode on that. I should actually. Um, yeah, like I tried to be original because that's what I try to do. I'm a hipster. I try to be original. I'll admit it, but I wanted guys who could beat Kobe. Oh yeah, yeah, that's where my love for the Utah Jazz came. Carlos Boozer and Darren Williams were on the Jazz at that time, owning the Lakers, and like, that should show you the type of respect that you have for something when you're when you're looking for things to beat. I was looking for things to beat Kobe because I wanted to be original, but I knew Kobe was the thing to beat. That's I still had respect. I wanted to like Kobe like everyone else. I wanted to like the Lakers like everyone else, but I also wanted to be myself. And I know, like, yeah, I was just trying to be cool, hipster, whatever, but that just shows that I had the respect. And then LeBron came, and then, oh man, that caused some that caused some like social media wars. That oh man, my immature self could not handle it. But yeah, I mean, I spent my entire young life defending LeBron against Kobe, and then like Kobe passes, and it's just like, man, yeah, it hit hard. Um, I remember I was celebrating a birthday, not mine, and I just I see on my phone ESPN. I think it was like Kobe Bryant passed away or crashed in a helicopter accident. I'm like, wait, what? And I look up, we were out at a bar that's pre-COVID, obviously in January for US, and I look around and no TV is reporting on this. I'm not getting any more notifications. Then family members started to text. Then you see each TV turn on because all the TVs weren't on yet, but you see each one turn on ABC 7, ESPN, and then my phone blew up. And I'm just like, what the heck is happening? Um, yeah, and that's when I'll say it, like mine and everyone else's life changed, like in terms of my thinking changed. Um, uh, People around the world changed. I mean, it, it didn't make last year easier for a lot of people. It definitely made last year a lot harder for a lot of people, especially when we didn't know how bad 2020 was going to be for, a lot of us didn't know how bad last year was going to be. I should say none of us knew. That's why it's so shocking. That's why everyone unanimously hates that year and doesn't even want to talk about it. But for people to say that Kobe was the glue that held the world together, I don't know if anyone's heard that, but I mean, it's something I hear all the time, and yeah. So, eesh, can't believe it's been a year. Um, Man, I still haven't even watched his memorial. I actually had tickets to it, and I got sick. Got sick. I didn't go because, and this is before COVID. I think the memorial was in February. Didn't go, but I got sick the night before. Shivers, blah blah blah, and could have been COVID. I don't know. I have no idea, but I was super sick and I didn't go because I didn't want to spread it. And it's one of the regrets I have, but at least I had my, like I was thinking of others, and I'm sure I almost said I'm sure Kobe would have not wanted me to get anyone sick on behalf of getting him. Um, just going to celebrate him because I could easily celebrate him all the time. Yeah, I feel like that's something he would actually talk about. But I did end up going to Staples Center. I'll try to pop some stuff up. Did end up going to Staples Center to celebrate him, to mourn him with all these other Kobe and Laker fans. And it's super powerful. Like I said, I'm probably gonna have stuff on the screen right now. Um, then basketball was canceled, so it's even harder to celebrate him and just stay motivated. But you have to. And then in the middle of the year, things died down, and I guess this is like a recount or recap of last year and how Kobe helped me through it. Yeah, let's say that's what I'm doing. But yeah, last year, if you know, I went through one of the hardest changes I had to in my life, and I all I could find to motivate myself were Kobe quotes. I found myself just finding Kobe interviews and stuff like that. Like the one I have posted on my Instagram tonight. And yeah, he was just one where he would just preach to just keep on going. And that's how low I was. But even in his death, he was still there for me, and I bet a lot of other people last year. I want to say he's one of the things that helped keep me on track. Um, let's try to make this more of a celebration now and uh, talk about my experience with the Lakers winning the championship for him. LeBron James in a Laker uniform won a championship with everyone cheering Kobe. To some people, I don't know if that might sound like disrespect to LeBron, but if you're a LeBron fan and you know basketball and you love basketball and you just loved all the players, I mean, to me it was awesome. I'll have more images up on the YouTube video because this is also a video podcast. Um, I went down to LA and everyone was just cheering Kobe, Kobe. I thought it was awesome. I thought it was super cool. I thought it was appropriate. I thought that was the best thing to do. Ah, man, this city loves Kobe Bryant. If you're a basketball fan, you love Kobe Bryant. Even if you're not a basketball fan, you heard about Kobe Bryant. Like I don't care what race you are, how much you hate in this world, you had respect for Kobe Bryant. Like you liked Kobe Bryant. He stood for so much. He stood for just a genuine, hardworking person. I mean that he. So Michael Jordan was Michael Jordan. Kobe worked to get to where he was. How do I say it? Do you want to say that Michael Jordan had the talent? Kobe Bryant had, worked his tail off to get to that level of talent. And you have to admire that. He worked to be the best. He worked to be the best. And that is something that sticks with me. LeBron James has this saying, strive for greatness. That's where actually the name of my podcast comes from. And I love that. I love strive for greatness. It's such a motivating thing. Um and then Kobe had the Mamba mentality. Like if you really think about it, those two go hand in hand. I mean, the Mamba mentality, like ask anyone, it's like it's something that just it there to me the Mamba mentality is a strict way of just doing something, focusing on something and doing it. And I don't have that. Like I don't have that. I'm working to get that Mamba mentality. Kobe Bryant worked to get that Mamba mentality. And it's funny because, like I've had people in the past tell me to take it easy. I've had people in the past to just say relax. I've had people myself thinking because of just everyone's insight, just like do this, do that, do this. I know what I want and I'm gonna go get it. That's the type of person that I am. And I've let so many things just deter me from it. And because I still am training in that Mamba mentality. And that is inspiring to me. That is why I know he's one of my heroes, because I am striving to have that mental toughness that he had. I want that so bad, and I have to remember that. I wear these, and it's like I forget that I'm wearing these. It's mostly LeBron stuff, but it's like there's this saying, strive for greatness, Mamba mentality. I have like all these things that I have, but it's like I don't follow them. And one thing that I have to do is I have to have that mental toughness that Kobe had, because that's the legacy he left behind. That's what I'm getting at. I know I was rambling a little bit, but that's the legacy he left is that it's that mental toughness that everyone should have. And I say should have because it's like, why wouldn't you? I mean, like, who wants to be lazy? I mean, like, it's good to rest every now and then, but don't, if you're like me and you want to be great at something, or you just want to be great in general, um you got to have that. If I want to strive for greatness, I have to have the Mamba mentality, right? I mean, right? I think that's right. Let's see. How long have we been gone? I don't even know. Um, Man, thank you, Kobe. Thank you, Kobe, also for showing us how to be such an amazing person, such an amazing dad, such an amazing everything. There's a thing LeBron says that, like, it's his company Uninterrupted. He uses that as a platform to say that he is more than an athlete, and basketball players are more than athletes. They're people, and Kobe Bryant was a prime example of someone who was just more than what he was on a basic level. Kobe Bryant was great at everything he did. He was great at being a person. He was great at being just everything. And like everyone else, he has messed up. He's let things get the better of him, but it didn't keep him from being great. And I think that's what everyone loves about him. No one ever forgets the bad things that people do, but people do remember the great things that people do as well. Does that make sense? Um, this was not. This is a podcast, guys. This was not. I'm not reading something. I'm staring off into the distance right now, and this is. You can call this a Kobe journal right now. I wanted to do this from the heart and just say that, man, Kobe, the world misses you, but at least, like Pepper Potts said to Tony Stark at the end of Avengers Endgame, you can rest now. Kobe, you can rest now. We got it from here. We got it from here. We'll carry on what you have. We love you. We miss you. But take a rest, man. I like that. I didn't even I didn't even rehearse this. Um had these Kobe Bryant memorial patches for the whole year. I didn't know what to put it on, and this got delivered today. Just stand up really quick. This got delivered today, and how fitting it gets delivered today, huh? So I slap this thing on here. Kobe Bryant, January 26th. There's so many days throughout the year where people will celebrate him. January 26th, he was born 8/23. He is a Leo. I consider him a Leo, which is awesome. What else is there? A couple days ago is the anniversary of him scoring 81 points. Man, Kobe's just everywhere. He's everywhere, and no matter where you go, you hear Kobe Bryant's name, and like people will just be like, "Yeah." But this what this is a motivational podcast. It's a wellness podcast. Don't mourn him too long, because he wouldn't have wanted you to more, to that. He doesn't want that to be his legacy. He wouldn't have wanted that to be his legacy. And I've heard that from, in interviews from like his closest friends. he wants everyone to persevere and use him as an example of how to get through those hard times. And I will say last year Kobe was something that got me through hard time. He's not the only thing, but like he's a huge factor. Yeah. Thank you, Kobe, for everything you've done. Um, yeah. We miss you again. Like I know I'm repeating myself, but it's hard to just end. It's hard to end something like this, but hopefully you guys enjoyed me just talking to you about Kobe. Reach out to me. Tell me your favorite memory of Kobe. I had a lot last year. I had a lot with my grandma. I had a lot over the course of me knowing and loving basketball. Not a player. I'm not the best player, but I know a lot about it, and I have a love for the game. And Kobe was important to me, super important, and I didn't know that until I didn't know how important he was until he was gone, and that's another lesson here. Um, yeah. Thanks for listening, guys. Hopefully, you guys like the NBA Street Volume 2 in the background. I played with Kobe this this episode to just honor him. So you guys like this game. It's actually going to be one of my series coming out this year. Took last year to rest and get my bearings together, but yeah, I thought it was fitting to come back and celebrate him today and do this today and post this today. So thank you again, Kobe. We missed you. We, um, we missed you too, Gigi. Like I was ready to watch her grow, and like I was just getting used to watching her on Instagram. Become a great basketball player, but big man had different plans for them, and everyone else, and respectfully everyone else involved. Um, Again, thanks for listening, guys, and welcome back. And miss you, Kobe.